Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome to the next episode of the 2 Minute Drill with my co-host Fan Talk. What's going on, bro?
What's good, Joe? What's good?
Big game here. Feels like it's been forever since we had a game. I mean,
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, and then we had the COVID issues we had to deal with. The Steelers Ravens game get pushed back, so we had like a de facto bye
Second
week
bye week.
here. Cowboys Fan Talk. Go ahead and break down this game, Week
Okay.
13 against the Ravens. What you got?
Okay. It's simple for me this week, man. It's usually win or I usually will focus on how we could win, win or loss. At this stage of our season, with everything that's gone wrong, I just want to see how the team performs after second bye week.
Yeah,
After first bye week, which is crazy, we came out and showed up versus the Vikings fully, all phases. It was a good game. Versus a good opponent. Like one opponent that was rolling too at the time. I think we got a little bit big-headed, like Dallas tends to do, and we didn't show up fully in Washington. One play kind of broke our psyche, and we reverted to the team you saw earlier this season. So what I'm focusing on in the Ravens game is just seeing how they respond after second bye week, and where's the team, like how are we going to come out? Are we going to come out tenacious? Are we going to come out defeated already, looking at an opponent that's, because Lamar Jackson's supposed to play, and I'm happy he's going to play because I don't want to. It's hard. I don't want to assess our team versus bad teams. It's not going to give me a true assessment. I need Lamar. I need him hitting on all cylinders. So if we do show up, I can take something out of that. If half the team out for COVID and we show up, it's like, was that a mirage? So
yeah.
I want to see us versus I guess I can't say fully healthy coming off COVID, but at least a fully stacked Ravens team. Let's go. I hope that Dez comes to play because that'll be just kind of nostalgic. But I want to see what our defense is going to do. You either want to see a team perform against the best, or what's the point? So even with all our injuries and everything, I need to see the team psyche. That's the thing I'm focusing on this week. Is our head in it, or have we checked out for the season? Because we're down in the last 5. These next 5 games will define Mike McCarthy's tenure. When you're at this bad, like when your team has had this many pitfalls in a year, we get to see your true coaching chops. So let's see if he keeps our team in it and fighting. I'll be good going to next year. If our team completely checks out and he can't touch on none of their emotional heartstrings and keep them focused, it's gonna have me going to next season a little bit tentative. So that's my thoughts on. And as far as a player to watch, because I know we usually do that, I'm rolling with CD this week. I'm really rolling with CD this week. I feel like that drop he had last week, it's sticking with him. I'm sure he's been watching Justin Jefferson tear this league apart. He went over 1,000 yards this week, and I think CD is hungry. And for some reason, that's Dalton's boy. Like they kind of got a sort of a wavelength, not perfect, but I feel like he'll be looking to bounce back. So I'm looking at CD Lamb. I would love to see him do a little bit of this week. Give us about CD and on defense. I'm looking to see Gregory and Gallimore flash. That's who I'm looking forward to. I feel like the D line will have to win us this game because everything starts up front. And if Lamar is back, you know what they're going to be looking to do. So our D line is important.
For me, I'm just gonna piggyback off what you said, and it is for me. These last 5 games are more about how do these guys show up here. I'm not even looking at this as win or loss or just like you said. Are these guys gonna be checked out? These 5 games. I did a video talking about Mike Nolan, like he's auditioning for the defense. I'm taking another step further, and it's kind of like McCarthy. You're kind of auditioning here because if the wheels completely fall off and they look really, really bad,
They'll check out.
It's going to be a consideration. You know what I mean? And although ultimately I don't think the Cowboys would do that. So as far as players I'm looking at in this game, I'm really curious to see if we're finally going to get any kind of look at Reggie Robinson or Bradley and I. These guys continue to be deactivated. Yes. And these guys that they're bringing up have not done crap for us. I mean, Rashad Robinson, it's a weird thing, like they keep bringing in these guys off the street, but yet they don't want to look at Reggie Robinson or Bradley and I.
You're right.
And you're coming down to these last games, get a look. You know what I mean? You're evaluating at the same time you're trying to compete. You're evaluating, so get a look at these guys. But let's see what they do. And another guy that I'm watching for the final 5 games is going to be Ezekiel Elliott. You know what I mean? Is Ezekiel Elliott somebody that needs somebody to hold him accountable. And I'm talking about Dak Prescott. It seems like as soon as Dak Prescott left, it was kind of like
like a piece of Zeke left.
I'm not going 100%. I'm gonna do the Xavier Woods thing and go 70%. Like, it doesn't look like Zeke out there right now. And I feel like, okay, obviously you can't do anything with the contract, but I'll feel way better about this. We have Dak Prescott back again, next year. Like, I really believe it's going to be Dak again. I don't think they're going to do anything crazy. I want to see what Zeke does in these last games, man. Like, show me a little something, because I would hate to just, have
I'm a big Zeke fan, man. I'm praying he pull it together because he only 25. We're not dealing with a back that's on, looking at 30.
Yeah, and there's an excuse in the book for everything about what's going on here, and a lot of it, you can debunk them. Which actually, I have a video coming out about this very topic. But I got to see something from him.
All I'm saying is, if we run properly, Dalton can get the ball there. But if we don't run properly and we start playing on our heels, it's going to be a long Tuesday night.
Yeah, and it very well could be. You know what I mean? Like, it very well could be a bludgeoning.
If Trace McSorley has to play because RG3 is hurt and we can't beat Trace McSorley, that's the type of thing that'll get McCarthy fired.
And that's exactly what could happen, and I wouldn't be surprised if it does happen, right?
Because it'll be okay, coaching versus coaching, and it'll show that Harbaugh is leaps and bounds above McCarthy, and that's when you got to start assessing the coach. Like, their third stringer just came in and beat us. Like, so. Not that I'm wishing for that, but I'm just saying it's not beyond the peril.
Hell no. It's very far. I mean, we've seen it before, that's why I think this is just so deeply in the fabric of the Cowboys culture. Is that you got a different staff here and it's the same crap. So it to me, it goes another level above coaching. I think it's just like these players, they know they got the GM to have their back. The GM's not going to do anything with contracts. He came out and said that already. So he's full on for the players. So you're declawing, you're taking the teeth out of your coaching staff when you got this kind of culture that's in here. So I don't know, man. It's a crazy thing here in Dallas. But let's move on to prospect watch. Cowboys fan talk. We've been doing a great job here. I got to commend ourselves here, talking about prospects throughout the end of the year here. And give me your guy. Who you looking for?
Okay, I was back and forth with this. But I think I as much as I want to say that we're looking better at the D tackle position, we 100% need to consider getting a D tackle because I think Woods is leaving the team. So I'm going to roll with Marvin Wilson out of Florida State. I think that Marvin Wilson, he runs about 310, if I'm not mistaken, 305-ish or something like that. He's a big boy. He did have a leg injury this year. That's something to watch, but I don't think it was anything that's like career threatening. It's one of those things where he had an injury and he's just kind of waiting to the draft, which is smart in the COVID season. I'm looking at Wilson like what we wanted Poe to be, an athletic big man that can clog that middle. And I think that the importance of Wilson will be that Neville Gallimore can play off of him. So that's what I'm looking forward to. If we go D tackle, I just want it to be a real D tackle. I don't want to play with it. I don't want a tweener. I think that's what we got in Gallimore. He's not necessarily a hole clogger. He's a gap shooter. So we have that. I think we need to go get a young athletic person that can clog that middle, and then we'll be cooking.
Cooking with grease in effect, man. And you know what I like about that pick too, Cowboys fan talk, is we talk about factories all the time here, right? And to me, Florida State is one of these defensive tackle factories. They've put on, several guys in the NFL that have been productive in this league. Yeah. So Marvin Wilson, I liked him last year. I thought he was going to come out. He didn't, so I had to take him out of my mock drafts. But, he's going to be in there this year. So these Florida State guys, they're coached up really well, especially the defensive line, the inside of that line. I like the way he plays, violent hands. He can kind of give you that stiff arm and then still get that running back that's trying to get through there. I like the way he plays, man. He's a good one. I really, really like Marvin Wilson. For me this week, I'm looking at defense as well. I'm looking at linebacker Zaven Collins out of Tulsa.
Okay.
I was watching the draft show with on DallasCowboys.com, and Dane Brugler brought this up that the Cowboys are very, very high on this guy. So I was like, oh, let me go look at this guy. So I go look at Zayvon Collins out of Tulsa, and I can see why. I can see why the Cowboys are all over this guy, or supposedly they like him. And if Dane Brugler says a nugget like that, there's something to it. So I looked at him, very athletic player, 3 years on that squad there, plays all over the place. If you're going to do this 3-4 setup, and that's going to be part of the equation here as far as what kind of linebackers the Cowboys may look at in this draft. If they're going to do a 3-4, can give you, that play in the middle or as a rushing outside linebacker, 6'4", 260. So he's got the right measurables, and I think he would be a great asset to the Cowboys, a playmaking linebacker, and something that we're still kind of looking for, to be honest.
Yeah, listen, linebacker is not a shut door for this team at all.
Yeah, not at all. But no, great work here, Cowboys Fan Talk. Appreciate the breakdown for today's game against the Ravens. Let everybody know where they can find you if they haven't already.
Hey, listen, is Mr. Rome Cowboys Fan Talk. On Twitter is Cowboys_Fan Talk. If you have any questions, you want to DM me and have me cover something, let me know. On YouTube, of course, it's Cowboys _Fan _Talk. Appreciate Joe bringing me on once again. And look, I just need this team to show up at the end of the year, man. I need to roll into the offseason feeling like we have a foundation. That's all I'm looking for is a foundation. And we can roll with next year. We going to put the other pieces together.
That's what it is, man. That's what these last games are. And that's really what I hope everybody took from today's video is this is more about the foundation, forward. You got to have the momentum, because I feel like if you come out of this looking like crap, it's going to be nothing but questions.
Exactly.
Nothing but questions. All right, guys, but that's all we have. We will catch you for the next game. Peace out, everybody. Peace.